I've always appreciated the idea of a sense of community. I always felt that the idea of a community where people could feed off of one another and give to one another created a kind of special energy. So I thought, well, maybe I could create something of a community myself by using the one thing I had available to me, which was this land. And I bought this land to protect it originally. I didn't buy it to develop it. I didn't buy it to take advantage of it. Also, at that time, which was 1979, 1980, there were early signs of the industry going in the direction that it's now gone, which was centralized, higher cost, more dependent on new technologies and special effects for the thrills and chills in the entertainment business. And that the cost of that might be the loss of storytelling, and I believe in storytelling. Are you working the love story in more than the author did in the book?
I'm working. No, I think the love.
To find an individual voice, you have to give the voice a chance to express itself artistically. And to do that, you need to create a safe environment and gather around the filmmakers, people who understand the process of storytelling. And Redford's created a place like that here. I think it's unique in the world.
The process is pretty simple. We are open to submissions. We have people write to us and give us a sense of what they want to do. They don't have to have ever made a film before.
And over the course of a year, we're constantly reviewing projects, we're constantly looking at screenplays, short films, and it's a continual process in which we come to the end and do select for the Writers Lab 12 writers. The Screenwriters Lab is going to give these 12 writers an opportunity to meet one-on-one with some of the truly great screenwriters in the industry, and who come and with incredible generosity and share their wisdom and time with these writers.
Really nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Different things on this.
Yeah, that's nice.
What we're doing is we're providing a dress rehearsal for 8 filmmakers, and it's about giving filmmakers the opportunity to work on the creative issues in the material that they're concerned about. What are those pivotal scenes, those scenes that must work for the movie to work? And those are the scenes that get explored during the June Filmmakers Lab.
We're good with the moonshine on the back. That's all right. That was beautiful. Thing out, and then we're going to come around and do you here. Okay. Let's do the moment till she crosses, and let's come around.
Cash lunch, everyone.
By the time they get to this part of the lab, they're shooting scenes from their films with a crew on videotape, with real professional actors who come in from Los Angeles or New York. They rehearse them, they shoot them, they edit them, and we look at them.
In this sequence, in a sequence like this, it might not be that you have to get rid of all those shots, for instance. It might be you can play them all short.
What Sundance offers to young filmmakers or beginning filmmakers, which is quite unusual, is the chance to work with the actors in a way that most film schools don't teach. Working with actors to get consistent, good, strong performances is probably the most difficult job that the director has. And Sundance provides a lot of really good instruction in that area.
So, as an actor, you have to, when you're here at Sundance, you have to very much sort of put yourself out of the center of focus. On a film set, it's very easy for actors to see themselves as this sort of all-important beings, and they want all of the attention.
Well, I didn't know. Hey. I don't know what to say.
And here you really have to be ready to be used as a tool and to really give up a lot of that ego and be willing to be bad,
Now, you can leave the chow-chow, you can leave the chow-chow and pickled okra. But I got to draw the line on all that junk you trying to sell.
I'm very nervous about the reading. These characters have been on paper for like 1.5 years, and all of a sudden they're walking around the room and talking. They'd been nothing but words on a piece of paper, and now they had life.
Hell, Win, you don't need to be psychic to figure out some funny stuff's going on.
And I'm so aware here now that I'm putting scenes on their feet. I'm so aware of things that I do on paper that I just do on paper that don't work when you try and act them out. Now, do you want to sit in on it, or do you remember about where you were sitting down on that line?
Frame.
Action.
They say it looked like your husband took a blow to the head. That's what killed him. It makes sense. We would have heard a gunshot.
Keith Dale said he went to pick his wife up from the bar. Wonder why the sheriff didn't think that was strange.
Them people see what they want to see.
Before we came, we were asked to select those scenes, and for instance, I did a couple of scenes that were stagnant. You know, these grandmother and grandson sitting at a table, and those were challenging scenes, and I wasn't totally successful, but I learned. I'm learning how to deal with a character that doesn't speak, which is my huge challenge, you know, is I wrote this character that doesn't speak after he's 10 years old.
You talk too much, douchebag. Don't be afraid. Everything is all right.
I mean, I cannot stress enough how much I've learned here and how amazing this experience is, because I get the opportunity to try things out that may not work. And so I don't have to do it on real time. When I have like a producer that's like, we have a schedule here and time's ticking and money's, you know, flowing. And like, I can't wait to like test myself and see if I can like actually get everything that I need to get.
Well, you want to know something?
It's a good challenge.
You're never going to get what everything. I've never seen anyone get everything they need to get.
There is extraordinary talent at this moment in America. People writing for film and seeing film as the direction that they want to go with their ideas. This last June, there was a film that will eventually reach the public, I feel absolutely certain, that really looked at issues of race. Another film that looked at issues of relationships between a father and a daughter. It's another film that looked at the relationship between women and men in the commercial marketplace, in business. These were issues that we wrestle with every day in our own lives. If we're not wrestling with them, people we know are certainly wrestling with them. And these films have something new to say about it.
The talent is greater each year. This year was extremely talented. The Theater Lab is incredibly talented. To watch Lee Brewer work with the My Boo Mines company and this avant-garde piece, it just reeked of talent. You may not understand everything that he's doing, but you know it's talented and it's provocative.
Left. That means sinister.
You can get more work done here in a couple of weeks than you could probably get done in a couple of months in New York. And the reason for that is you don't have cell phone-itis, agenda-itis, you know, etc. You are forcibly isolated, and there's not much else to do but work.
You can almost see the growth happening in front of your eyes, almost like, you know, those photographic time-lapse, where you see something grow very quickly. That's what it felt like. The most improbable people coming together and developing a third thing, just from the synergy between them, and that's pretty exciting.